Now we will begin assembling the bed face. Take your remaining components and lay them out in this fashion, corresponding to the picture in your instruction manual. The numbers corresponding to each part are 9, the left bed face, 10, the right bed face, 11, the center strut bar, 12, the bottom frame board, 13, the right frame board, 14, the top frame board, 15, the left frame board, 16 and 17 are the bunkie boards, and 18, 19, and 20 are the corresponding leg pieces. One thing to be sure of is when you lay down your bed face, make sure that the lines are at the bottom. When laying out the bed frame components, be sure that the arm is in the back and on the outside to make sure that it lines up right when you finally put it into the cab. Now we will be using the 8 bed face bolts with the round nuts. The first step is to remove the nut from the bolt and place it. It will go in the hole with the threading facing outwards. The thing to make sure is that 1, the flathead screwdriver face is exposed when in the hole, and 2, that the hole is completely clear of all obstructions. It should slide gently into place, but if it's a tight squeeze, a hammer might be required. When tapping the round nuts into place, make sure that you don't go too far, because they can't be pulled back out. When inserting the inside one, use the flathead screwdriver as the extension you need to tap it into place. Before putting the boards together, make sure that the screws fit snugly into place. Now with all the screws removed, press the bed faces together and begin setting the bed frame in the channels that are provided. Should fit in nicely. Now replace the bolts that you just removed to attach the bed frame together. First hand tighten, then use a Phillips head screwdriver to finish the job. Now using your temporary flat bracket, place it in this location so that you can tighten up the bed faces. You want to first square them up, make sure they're in a location that you like, and then start screwing your provided flat bracket screws at an angle to pull the bed faces together. Now you're going to put your 4 corner brackets in place in each corner, as well as 2 side brackets per side. What's most important is that the 2 side brackets on the ends are lined up flush with the ends of the trim. Now use your bag of 3/4 inch screws and your drill to secure the angle brackets in place. First, make sure it's securely in the location you want, and then begin attaching. For each bracket, there's 8 corresponding screws. Now that you're finished installing the angle brackets, remove your temporary flat brackets that were used to hold the bed faces together. With the flat brackets removed, your center strut bar will now fit into place. Then, take your 4 center strut brackets and put them evenly across the center strut bar. When doing this, do not step on the bed face or else you will scratch it. Now, using your inch-long bolts, attach your center strut bar to your end frame pieces. With the center strut bolted into place, begin securing the center strut brackets with the 3/4 inch screws. Now we'll begin assembling the leg. To do so, line up the short end of the leg and the big hole attached to the end of the long bar. Then insert your 1.5-inch bolt and thread it into the long arm of the leg. Now, using your remaining 1.5-inch screws, attach the leg to the bed frame. Should slide right into a threaded hole, but do not tighten it up too much. The next step is to lift the bed face into the cabinet. When sliding the bed into place, make sure the copper bushings are lined up on the side rails of the bed face. Be sure to push it all the way in. If you purchase handles, now is the time to install them. You can install them anywhere on the bed face you like, but make sure that you do it before you put the bunkie boards in place. Handles are not included because we want you to be able to match the handles with the rest of the fixtures in your room. With the bunkie boards in position, secure the bunkie boards to the bed face around the perimeter using the 3/4 inch screws. Now that all the parts are assembled, lift the bed into position so that the arms can click into place. You have to push it past vertical, however, before you know that it worked. And now you're ready. The bed's going to lift up on its own until you get a mattress in place. This is normal. For now, keep constant pressure on it to keep it still. After clamping the mechanism arm to the bed face rail, insert the large bolt into the hole and tighten it as shown. Attach the 2 roller catches to the ends of the bed face next to the legs. They should be about 3 inches from the end and about 3/4 inches in from the side. When installing the stop plates, the center of the stop plate should be 3.5 inches in from the bottom of the trim, and the middle of the stop plate should be about 1.25 inches in from the edge of the vertical. If the bed's coming down too quickly, you can adjust the bolt on the back of the mechanism. With the bed at a 45-degree angle, reach back and tighten the bolt. Absolutely do not lay on the bed when tightening the mechanism.